Hibernian get their European campaign underway tonight in a tough trip to Denmark where they will take on FC Midtjylland in the Europa League. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. So, yeah, we're here to preview Midtjylland versus Hibernian. Just want to give a shout out to Hulk Hogan, who very sadly passed away today at the age of 71. So, if we feel a bit down and not really interested in talking about football, then that's probably the reason why. Even though I actually was hyped for this game, I did spend £12 on Solid Sports to watch this. So I definitely care about the Coefficient Cup as a Hearts fan, spending £12 to watch Hibs play in a European qualifier. I think that speaks volumes there. But yeah, just a sad day for people that grew up watching wrestling and grew up with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it would be hard to do a video today without mentioning Hulk Hogan, true legend of wrestling, a legend, pop culture across the world. Doesn't get much bigger than the guy in terms of name value, and it sucks. We lost Ozzy Osbourne a couple of days ago, and now you've lost Hulk Hogan, two absolute icons in their own industry and just the world.
Honestly, it's like I know it's been happening. It's not like time stands still, but I think you do get to a point in life where you realise that holy crap, you're getting old, and all these people that you grew up watching, all these legends they're also getting old. And
yeah, same with football, same with everything. Everybody, everyone ages. Not like you're born and you age 34 years, 24 years in this case, and they stay at the age they were when you were born. They age sadly. Everyone does, and it's tragic, but it's. Life moves on, sadly, and he will be gratefully missed.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. But let's get into this then. So we put up a poll for Midtjylland versus Hibernian. 118 votes, 58% have went with Midtjylland, 3% are going with the draw, and 38% believe that Hibernian can do it tonight, that they can go to Denmark and that they can get the win. Here, I hope that 38% are right. I did do a crazy build a bet with Hibernian winning this match by 2-1, and I think I had Martin Boyle in there to score first, so I'm looking to make a couple £100 if Hibernian win the night, but I'm not really expecting that. What would I like? I think a competitive game. I think I would like Hibs to, just put on a good showing and not be outclassed and not get rolled over. Am I expecting Hibs to win? No, I'm expecting Hibs to get a draw. I mean, probably even not, but I think it would just be nice if Hibs played a decent game, they were competitive, and they give themselves a realistic chance of turning the tie around if needed when we go to the capital next week. So that's what I'm hoping from the game. But listen, I don't really know what kind of Hibs we're getting. From what we've seen in pre-season, they haven't looked that good, but last time we seen them competitively, they were really good. So I don't know if they can replicate the form they had in the second half of last season. I do think we could see a big upset tonight. I think we could see Hibs win, but that was form. That's temporary, and I just don't know if Hibs are playing at the same level right now as they were 3, 4, 5 months ago. So
I don't think they are, but pre-season does worry me. But that's all it is. It's pre-season. This is where it matters. But again, if it's last season's Hibs, I give them a much better chance here at defeating Midtjylland. But what I would say is, if Rangers and Celtic were playing Midtjylland, I'd be like, well, they're clear favourites. Hibs last season beat Rangers and Celtic on more than one occasion. A lot of draws as well. It's just this thing in Europe where...
And good performances, not like fluke wins or anything.
It's just this thing in Europe where I think we've seen a lot of times with Hearts, Aberdeen and Hibs, they take on teams that are actually worse than the Old Firm, but you just don't give them anywhere near a chance as you would if they were like at home to an Old Firm team. It's weird, but that's European football, but maybe it's because they're used to playing the Old Firm 4 times a season, but in this case, this might be Hibs' first game against Midtjylland ever. I don't know, I don't really know the history, but Midtjylland are a decent team, but so are Hibs, and they're probably the team that's, I wouldn't say they've done an awful lot of business, but they've not really lost a lot of people.
Well, that is key. Now, we talked about what chance we're giving them. Well, let's have a look at the starting 11, and maybe our chance, that might change. So.
It's a team that's pretty much keeping a lot of players for last season. I see 2 new faces in there.
I do like that Hibs shirt, by the way. I will point out, I like that.
I think Hibs do green better than Celtic.
Absolutely. I think Hibs do a much better colour of green.
No, they do. But Josh Mulligan in there, Jamie McGrath in there. That's 2 new signings. Rocky Bashir. I mean, Hibs have got a good team.
If there was a green fair, it's going to sound dumb, but if there was a green fairs in the Navy, I think that would be it.
I know what you mean. Aye.
You know the way like Navy's like a kind of darker blue.
Aye.
I mean, I think if there was a green version of the Navy, then it would probably look something like that.
I'll tell you what, Hibs have got a good bench. You know, you get Ewan in there, you've got Nicky Cadden, you've got Hoylett. A few other new signings on there, playing Josh Campbell.
You've got goals. I think you've got game changers on that bench. That if things aren't going well, or if you're chasing and you need a goal, I do think you can look towards the bench and make changes, and that is crucial. But we look at the Hibs team. So you've got Smith, O'Hara, Levitt, Bowie, Boyle. I actually didn't know Boyle was the captain. Has he just been made captain for this season, or was he captain last season?
I don't recall who was captain last season, but I don't really associate him with the armband, so maybe...
New signing Jamie McGrath is in there.
Is Nicky Cadden the signing, not the captain, sorry? Normally I think he is. But he's on the bench, so maybe that would be why.
Yeah, Rocky Bashuri's in there. I think Rocky Bashuri the vice captain?
I think he is, aye.
You got Earldale in there.
But then if he was vice, you'd probably expect him to get it.
Earldale, he scored that screamer, didn't he, last season?
Against Hearts. To me, that was goal of the season.
Did I not get it? No.
Can't recall.
Should have got it.
Some people said it was lucky.
Lucky,
even if it was lucky, which I don't think it was. The technique, the volley, it was perfect.
Yeah, McGrath in there. Game. Like I said, came for Aberdeen. Bit of a FC 25. Oh, I'm not going to say legend, but he's done his job for us. And if you want to see that career mode return, guys, it will. So don't panic. We will admit that we dropped the ball, and that ideally we would like to upload several parts of that a week instead of it disappearing for like months at a time. But we're just busy. However, we are going to try and get better at that, and we're going to look into maybe creating a channel membership that is exclusive to FC 25 content, or at least has 25 FC 25 content included in it. That's not to say that the Aberdeen stuff is going behind any sort of paywall, because it's absolutely not. But maybe there could be additional FC 25 content in there as well. Maybe some Football Manager stuff as well. So, yeah. You got Mulligan in there, Obita, and then Rocky, as I previously mentioned. So, I think it's a decent looking Hibs team. It's a strongish 11. And yeah, listen, if that team plays to its best, I don't see why they can't give Midtjylland a game, because I think we'd all agree that Midtjylland are a step below Celtic and Rangers, and I think Hibs showed last season they, at their best, were on the level of Celtic and Rangers. So, yeah, look, if Hibs turn up and play well, I think they can win.
No, absolutely, and I actually believe... I've seen BBC, sometimes they talk like shite, and sometimes they're bang on the money, but it did say in their coefficient article that if Hibs win this tie, they're guaranteed group stage or league stage football, which to me doesn't make sense.
It doesn't sound right to me, but I mean, who knows? We are getting, you're getting some teams getting buys and all. I mean, it could be. I don't really know.
Because if Rangers lose, they go into the third qualifying round, which would be the same qualifying round as Hibs.
Yeah, so
I don't understand it. But here, either way, I hope Hibs win. The coefficient needs it more than ever before. We've been banging on about the coefficient for a few years. It's turned into a bit of a meme, but if there's ever been a season for the coefficient to get more points, it's this season.
Yep. Anyway, I got one comment just, and that's partially probably my fault. I put this poll up very late, so apologies for that, guys. Glasgow G says spoon burner's getting cooked. I mean,
they might get cooked.
Well, we'll see. Listen, if tonight ends Midtjylland 4, Hibs 0, am I going to sit here and say I never seen that one coming? Truthfully, no. Because I do think that Scottish teams, when they go up away from home against teams at the level of Midtjylland, who aren't fantastic but they're solid, I do think Scottish teams outside of the Old Firm have potential to get turned over and to get embarrassed, because we've seen it before. We have seen it, unfortunately, too many times. But I do think Hibs can be competitive tonight, and I do think they can get a result. I'm going to go 2-1 Midtjylland. I bet 2-1 Hibernian, but my heart says 2-1 Hibs, head says 2-1 Midtjylland.
Well, I've got £1 in bet 365. I might do a wee request a bet, and I'm going to go 1 each. How about that? Midtjylland 1, Hibs 1. What I would say is, I don't think Hibs can actually play as bad as what Rangers did in the first half yesterday. But then again, you could play much better and still go in getting beat. It was a weird first half last night, but I just hope we're talking about a positive result. And even if it's a loss, if it's 2-1 or 1-0, all to play for in Edinburgh next week, and that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, that's what we want, guys. So that's it. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.